Hello, welcome to zSpace AR/VR Professional Development Training. The purpose of this training is to make you aware of the wonderful resources being offered through zSpace technology. Our objectives today will cover the following: review the features of a zSpace lab, explore AR and VR lifelike experiences that are immersive and interactive, create lessons for your classroom using zSpace learning content, and professional development. Become a zSpace master. Learn everything you need to know through the online courses and professional development. zSpace all-in-one computers and laptops with AR and VR capabilities are required. These computers and laptops must have a suite of learning apps built for a zSpace along with educational content. There are hundreds of learning activities and teaching resources available. With zSpace hardware, zSpace delivers a stunning interactive experience by integrating the latest AR and VR technology in an all-in-one computer and laptop. zSpace utilizes three sensory characteristics to create a natural and intuitive product: perception of depth, ability to look around, and kinesthetic realism. The freedom to move and interact is a part of a tracking system built into the display. These sensors track your zSpace stylus and glasses. As you tilt your head to look around an object, zSpace dynamically updates to display the correct perspective in full high definition. From the metal frame of the track glasses to the lightweight form of the follower glasses, zSpace eyewear is essential yet understated. Track glasses provide a complete experience, while follower glasses allow peers to join in and participate. The zSpace stylus is held like a pen. With a 6 degrees of freedom, users can rotate their wrists naturally as they pick up and examine objects. The buttons on the stylus perform different actions depending on the application that is open. Outside of a zSpace use, users can switch to using a mouse for other Windows applications. zSpace applications support teaching a wide range of learning objectives and bring the magic of zSpace to different careers and industries. From learning genetics in zSpace Studio to examining human body systems in Human Anatomy Atlas to practicing welding in WaveNG, there's something for everyone in zSpace. Let's take a look at a short video introducing Z Central. This is your one-stop shop for accessing everything from zSpace experience and application to activities and models.
zCentral is now your one location to launch, browse, and discover activities and experiences. Already know the activity or application you want to launch? Just enter its name or code into Quick Launch and you're on your way. Under Search, you can browse for available activities and experiences by application, content type, and subject matter from any computer. On a zSpace, you can directly launch into an activity. To direct your students to a specific activity, use the code or URL. Be sure to also check out our highlighted content in the Featured section. Additional settings and help can be found here. Have fun using zCentral to explore zSpace's wide range of applications, activities, and experiences.
You can also browse zSpace learning content and explore the learning applications. In our zSpace learning content, there's offered different areas: Earth and Space Science, ELA, Engineering Design, CTE, Mathematics. The learning applications consist of Getting Started, your zSpace Studio, Newton's Park, Tinkercad. Those are just a few. The zSpace applications may be viewed and filtered by a specific category, such as welding, you have Wave NG, Advanced Sciences, you have Labster, Vivid Science, Vivid Chemistry, Vivid Anatomy, Human Anatomy, Atlas. I'll now go back and take a look at a short trailer and view the guides.
zSpace has teamed up with Leopoly to transform school makerspaces and STEAM labs into virtual reality learning environments. The Leopoly 3D Creation app provides an easy, hands-on introduction to the world of 3D creation. Its variety of tools and vast 3D model library of STEAM content enables users to customize and prepare digital objects for 3D printing. While running Leopoly in zSpace, students can lift virtual objects out of the screen and move, sculpt, color, and manipulate the virtual designs right in front of them before finally printing them via Leopoly or on their own 3D printers. zSpace is a cutting-edge education technology provider that enables real-world virtual reality in the classroom. Leopoly is a 3D content provider and modeling platform. Together, they're introducing the world of 3D creation to schools around the country, encouraging students to experiment, prototype, and innovate.
The zSpace applications may be viewed and filtered by a specific category. For example, if a teacher wishes to only use applications under welding or advanced sciences, you would click on the tab to narrow the selection. So as we take a look at activities and applications and tools under ELA, you can either copy the link or the URL or take a quick copy code, launch code, to be able to provide to your students. There are several subject areas in which you can choose from. So we filtered this section. There's language arts, literature under the ELA program. Here you can see where it's either for elementary school, middle school, or high school. These are idea sheets and letters. Some are only for elementary, some are only middle. You have some that's middle, high school, and elementary. These are the codes where you can gain access for your students to take them directly to the link. And these are the particular these are used with the zSpace Studio. This one here is used with Leopoly 3D. zSpace learning content. The educational content consists of hundreds of learning activities and teaching resources. Under each section of the learning content, it provides you with the grade level and which learning application that can be used with the content. Those are the areas that I was just showing to you. These are the area contents for ELA. Become a zSpace master. Learn everything you need to know about zSpace through our online courses and professional development. There are 3 sections to be completed. The Getting Started has 2 courses. Learning Applications has 14 courses. Teaching with zSpace have 11 courses. The Professional Development Program is growing to cover everything from the basics of using zSpace to advanced teaching techniques. All units must be completed. This leads to a certification with a duration of forever. The Professional Development Online Program, you have to sign in and create an account. This is the Getting Started section that has the 2 courses, zSpace Troubleshooting and How To. Then you have zView. Each one is 20 minutes, the other one is 25 minutes. You would click on the link to launch the course, but a login is required. The Learning Application, you have Curry's Elements, Elucid Shapes, Franklin's Lab, GeoBra, Human Anatomy Atlas. These are the different links that comes with the applications to use with the learnings. It is 14 of those courses. And then you have Teaching with zSpace. It is 11 courses listed under those. The 3D Printing Basics, 3D Printing with Leopoly, 3D Printing with Tinkercad, Presenting with zView, Strategies for zSpace Integration, and once again, you would have to launch in the course. Let's see if I can log in to just give you a look of what that would look like. Once you have logged in, so I'll go back to the Getting Started. These are the contents of the course. You can become a certified installer, and it will provide you with the information on how to be able to get this course and use it to help benefit with your students in the classroom. The course it assists teachers that has issues that they may be able to help with a lesson to help their students. There is an activation and a deactivation process. How to fix 3D experiences, using the zSpace control panel to diagnose the system, and then connecting with the support. So if I just clicked on Start the Course, it's going to generate a preview. The license portal, the zSpace control panel, the configuration check tool, the tracking service, and then the Vivid Signs account setup. And that's the zSpace support number and their web address. Here in our district, there are regulations and protocols in order to be able to use the zSpace lab for your classroom. So as educators wish to use the zSpace lab, certain requirements must be met. For the Vance County District, teachers must complete the zSpace online modules. You create an account using your school's email address. You click Launch on the online learning. And at your own pace, you complete the following modules, which is the zView, the zSpace Studio, and all of the Teaching with zSpace modules. When completed, you'll submit your certificate to the Instructional Technology Coordinator for your county to obtain your CEU credits. Then you would have to attend an open lab session to cover the procedures and protocols, lesson planning, and receive the support that is available to you when using the lab. zSpace have quick tips that they offer as well: activities, saving, sharing, and exporting, integrations using zSpace with other programs, teaching tips, and application tips. So we'll go to quick tips. Under your using activity worksheets, using your stylus, you use the buttons on the stylus to select or take action where the beam is pointing. If the styling beam disappears, you hold the stylus still for a second and then the beam will reappear. Student work, submitting to the teacher dashboard. You can complete an activity and you can choose to submit their answers in the teacher dashboard. The students' work can be submitted for activities completed in the zSpace Studio, Franklin's Lab, Newton Park, Euclid Shapes, and Curry's Elements. So the requirements to submit the work to the teacher dashboard: you have to ensure that all zSpace stations are connected to the teacher stations. The students must enter the text in the name field prior to submitting, and then the teacher must have a teacher account within the teacher dashboard to access the students' work. So those are some of the requirements. There are detailed instructions that's provided when you're submitting and reviewing the students' work. And then connecting the zSpace station to the teacher station. Those instructions are also a part of this under the Quick Tips tab. You can plan your zSpace learning experience with so many ways to integrate zSpace into teaching and learning. We wanted to provide a helpful guide to support your lesson planning. So you would download the document planning your zSpace learning experience. The document will help you think through how will students demonstrate learning, how the students are going to engage with zSpace, and which zSpace applications will be used. Then saving your students' work. If the work is not finished during the class period, the students can save their activity file and open it later to complete the activity. So there is a way to be able to save this information. You would name the file to be saved and then select the location. And then the default save location is under the user's public documents, zSpace. But you can also have your own network map drives or USB. zSpace also integrate with other programs. They use zSpace with Google Classrooms, so you can connect your zSpace activity worksheets to the classroom. zSpace activities have Google Docs available to you that you contain the questions that's asked within the zSpace activity. This means that the students can answer the questions via a Google Doc rather than in the zSpace activity itself. You could want your students to use this as individual or group work as pairs, and they can submit those through the Google Classroom and for reviewing and for grading. Tips for successful use: consider having Chromebooks or other computers available for students to use simultaneously with zSpace. If students are one-to-one with zSpace, they will need to learn how to swap between the zSpace app screen and the Chrome. And then you have instructions here how to access Google Docs of zSpace activity questions. And then you can attach zSpace activities to Google Classrooms. When choosing activities from the zSpace Studio or Franklin's Labs, Newton Park, when you're using zSpace created activity to decrease the number of steps to find the open activity, students will click the link in the Google Classroom and then the activity will open directly. Some of the teaching tips: important models in the zSpace Studio, recording the students' work, and then the zSpace basics, so which is how to sit, which glasses to use, and how to launch apps All those are under the zSpace Basics. And you using your mouse, you double click the zSpace application icon on your desktop. You can sign in as a guest, and then you select the activities or the sandbox. All of these are under Quick Tips. Quick Tips has a lot of good information that will help you get through these modules as well. And then the application tips. All the reference sheets and keyboard shortcuts are under the reference sheet. Searching for studio models, and then application quick launch codes. You can access the model gallery by clicking on the search for models button in the backpack, or by pressing the M key on your keyboard. You can search using one or more words at a time. You don't need to worry about capitalization when you're searching. You can use the category buttons to narrow your search by clicking on the category button and any search terms for entering when you enter the search bar. You can click on the X icon in the search bar to clear all of your search parameters. And then on the web, you can also search for models when you're not in front of a zSpace by visiting edu.zspace.com/content. And you can only use one category at a time while searching on the website. Alright, you can record students' work, and this is another little short video.
Students can record their screen and capture audio using the built-in microphone in the zSpace 300. This feature is currently supported in these learning apps: zSpace Studio, Newton's Park, Franklin's Lab, Curie's Elements, and Euclid's Shapes. Students open the recording menu from the home control bar by clicking this icon. You begin recording by selecting Record, and this toolbar will give you options to start, pause, and stop your recording. When you select Stop Recording, you'll be asked to choose where to save your MP4 video. You can also select the quality of the recording here in the menu before starting by going to Settings and choosing Video Quality. We hope this feature helps you capture those collaborative conversations that your students are having while learning with zSpace.
Here are some resources under the Educators tool. We had looked at this a little bit earlier with the learning content and the learning applications. As you can see, they have Tinkercad in here, the Franklin's Lab, Newton's Park. Those are some of the things. The Virtual Automotive Expert. Those are some of the things that connects with some of the lessons. This is a virtual automotive training on zSpace.
The new virtual automotive training applications for zSpace take AutoShop class to a whole new level. These training applications provide hands-on experience with all of the essentials of automotive mechanics. Students can explore and repair engines, transmissions, steering systems, and more in a safe AR/VR environment. Used on zSpace, the apps eliminate material consumption and minimize potential risks present in traditional automotive training. With VR Automotive Expert, students explore content through detailed text, 3D interactive models, and customizable teaching resources. With the accompanying VR Automotive Mechanic app, students practice the assembly and disassembly of key automotive components. In Automotive Mechanic Premium, students additionally have the ability to record operations. They can also switch between 3 modes: guidance, practice, and examination mode. By creating immersed learning experiences, the virtual automotive training apps better prepare students to take industry certifications and join the workforce. For more information, visit zSpace.com.
They have the how-to virtual automotive experts, the menus, and the tooltips. This is part of the resources that can be found on zSpace.com. There are a lot of different apps, a lot of different resources that can be used. The introduction, the zSpace in the K through 12 classroom. That's another little testimonial that they use to show how this has been so helpful for students to keep their attention and keep them focused while they're learning.
zSpace was so great because we've worked with computers and then we've seen movies in 3D, but we've never gotten to really interact in 3D, so it's the first time you're almost a part of the actual machine.
Our goal here in Plainview was to put these machines in front of as many students as possible within this 1 year.
So when we found out about it, we all trampled each other to get towards the door so you can get on the computer first.
On our 3D classes, we were just all like, wow, and we just started seeing what we can create.
And the lesson planning that went behind this, it really brings it to life. I can have kids engaged.
Our 5th grade teachers during professional development from zSpace were able to collect and put together a folder with all the lab experiences that they wanted to share. So now they have everything ready to rock and roll when they're in there with the students.
You can get a lot more done in your 42-minute period. Setting up some of these labs would be impossible in those kind of time frames, but you can walk into zSpace and have the thing saved for the students all ready to go.
Our 5th graders are working with the application called Newton's Park, and that's the same application that the AP Physics students used was Newton's Park. So it's interesting to see how it's being used at a high school AP level and in a 5th grade level. 6th grade is using Franklin's lab. Then they're going to go back into the tech shops and actually design their own electricity boards. Then they're going to go back to zSpace and create these electricity boards that we would never be able to afford or be able to let them do for safety reasons.
What I love about this is the collaborative approach, in the sense that I have 2 students, one with a stylus and the other student with the glasses on, being a part of that lesson, and they need to work together to problem solve.
You can see what works and what doesn't work. Everyone's learning together.
Those inquiry skills, I think, are second to none with a device like this.
Once again, those are testimonials from other schools and how it is effective inside the classroom. Any grade, very helpful, K-12. There are different funding options, purchasing options, post-secondary content, CTE content. You can contact zSpace. They have webinars. They have all types of things out there for you. They have careers, but on the educational side, the resources are here to be able to use for your classroom to help your students. This is a very good program that we use here in our county. I hope that this professional development and training was good, and maybe that you can one day be able to join in using our zSpace lab. Thank you. Have a great evening.